online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh, I have to remind you.
Well, good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days, where we give you a full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by some wonderful co-hosts.
Oh, now we're wonderful.
Yeah,
now the camera's on, we're wonderful.
Yeah,
well, there was a different adjective, but I decided to go with wonderful.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And starting way over to my far, like, left. We have the guy whose hair is higher than James Lott Jr.'s stay.
Damn, son, so much shade.
We are not messing around.
Shady
today.
Sunday. Shady Sunday.
I love you, Mark.
Did you forget your name?
Mark J. Freeman.
I love it.
And the Flynn is silent.
That's it.
And of course, for one of the final times I will be able to say this,
Oh, yeah.
we have...
No, it will be the final.
It will be. We have my chocolate twin.
James Lott Jr.
That was shady.
That was Shady Sunday. Shady Sunday.
And we haven't
even gotten through intros yet.
Not yet.
Got like four more.
Yeah. And we have our brand new co-host to DISHIN Days. You saw him just a few weeks ago. We have...
Matthew Evan Payne. Hi, everyone.
Matthew.
Just practicing.
Matthew. And of course, we have a very special guest from Days of Our Lives. He is a killer in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. He plays Joey Johnson. Give it up for Mr. James Lastovic.
That was close. That was.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You know what? As I was saying it, I was like, I am about to say it wrong.
It was like when you say Cassie DePaiva's name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I was like, Cassie.
I think you forgot the T. I think you forgot the T.
Did I?
You were like, you got nervous, and you're like,
I did.
Lastovic.
Lastovic.
That's right?
Lastovic.
No.
Lastovic.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like saying last of it. But
Yes.
it's like Lastovic.
Yes.
Or it's just Lastovic, his name.
If anyone knows the right way to pronounce my name,
Or it's nothing like that.
please correct me.
Wow.
And Tony, everyone wants to know why we're all wearing glasses.
Oh, yes.
And polo shirts.
So because this is James Lott Jr.'s
I'm
last
shrinking.
show, we decided to play a little ode to him by all wearing polo shirts and glasses.
That's my signature thing.
We look so good.
Very single. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the all for?
That we're all.
All for the King James Lott Jr.
He's like, he is working it out, folks. This is why I'm leaving.
I'm gonna sip on that.
Look who's related.
All right, and if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow us, like us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. On Facebook and Instagram, we are DISHIN Days, and on Twitter, we are _DISHIN Days. The @ is implied.
I just realized that he and I both, when brought up, we're both James L's.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we are.
They said, hi, James L.
How do you spell Lott? Isn't it like Lotr, right?
I've heard that before. No, I've heard that. I've heard Laught for lot, but it's lot, just like parking lot with extra T on it.
Oh, I don't know. For some reason, I thought on Twitter it's like Lotter, like Lotr.
Oh, isn't it Lott Jr.?
But Lott Jr. Well, Jr.
I think.
I guess I just didn't see the J.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like some, Lord of the Rings reference.
That'd be cool, actually, if it was like that. But no, it's my name, James Lott Jr.
Well, no, his Twitter name has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings.
No, it doesn't. My favorite moment
Christian
on the show.
Alfonso's
My
rings.
favorite moment on the show.
Oh, man, you know what I didn't do? So, I went to the Soap Opera Digest 40th anniversary party, and I meant to have pictures, but I'll just put them up on Instagram and Twitter. And I saw Christian Alfonso.
Yes, I saw it on your Periscope.
And I tried to figure out all night, how can I go and talk to her and explain to her your Twitter name?
Yes.
And I couldn't do it because she was a busy bee. She knew everybody in the room, and she was talking to everybody.
She's a legend.
I didn't want to seem like creepy. So,
You know what I did when I for my run-in with her, my literal run-in with her. I told you about this, right?
Yeah.
When I lived here in 97.
Oh, yeah.
And she was walking down Melrose, and I worked at a restaurant on Melrose. I'll put restaurant in quotation marks, but whatever. She walked by, and I had one of my best friends, Glenn, loves her too. And I was like, oh my God, she just walked by. Oh my God. I was like, I got to get her autograph for my friend. So I grabbed one of our menus and a pen, and I literally was like running down Melrose to get her out. And literally, as I got to her, she stopped like dead.
No.
And I was like, whoa! She turned around, and I was literally like right in her face. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I have to get an autograph for my friend. So I'm sure she had nightmares for a week.
Sounds like it.
I can't believe I never told you that.
No, I don't know her story.
Yeah.
That's
No,
great.
That's why she called 911.
That is why.
Exactly
Yes.
right. Exactly.
And there was right over that when she like whittled down to nothing. I think I just scared everything out of her.
But I saw on Periscope you had her on the red card. I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, once again, you missed the
and then
opportunity.
she skipped Day of Days because she was avoiding you.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't go Day of Days. I'm like, dang it.
I'm sorry. One day, James Lott Jr.
One day.
One day.
It'll
Did you
happen.
end up speaking to her at all, or?
I did.
You said
I
hi
did.
to her. You said,
I did.
I saw off camera. You said hi to her. She said hi to you.
I said hi. Because like I'm a face, that she recognizes. I think
Yeah.
at least I hope. And so
She saw what she did. So like, she said hi to you. She was like, hi. Like she kind of knew who you were.
yeah. Kind of. You tried it. Okay, so and of course later on we're going to be announcing the winner of Teo's book Places. We do have that winner coming up, so make sure you stay tuned. At the end of the show, we'll be announcing that winner. But without further ado, James Lott Jr., will you do us the honors of, for the final time, turning our hourglass?
Yes.
It is now time to start
Dishin Days. Oh my God.
Oh, you're going to make
It's
this all
emotional.
dramatic.
It's emotional.
Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget we have also.
I thought that was going to be the
gifts.
Star Wars soundtrack.
Right?
Yeah.
Like someone was going to come in with lightsabers and stuff.
Well, thank you for ruining my surprise. I'm just kidding.
Hi. Oh, and that's Alexis in the booth. Hey, Alexis.
Alexis.
Hey.
Hey, why don't you tell us what we have, Mark?
We have a little going away present here for James from our wonderful fan, Sarah Miller.
Sarah Miller.
In Canada. I haven't opened it yet. I had to walk down the street with this. I was like, just when I thought I couldn't look gayer, I'll walk down the street with these white boxes with a pink ribbon.
Yes.
So these are from Sweet Ease,
Yes.
which is right, Sarah, we should have discussed this because it's right next to Toast.
I love
And if
that.
anyone
Toast
who lives in Los Angeles knows, Toast on a Sunday,
It's
not the
always
place to find parking. So I literally had to park on Beverly Drive and walk 2 blocks to just pick these
Oh,
up.
those 2 blocks.
Yeah, so there's these are Cupcake Popsicles
Oh, how cute.
in that one.
Thank you,
And then
Sarah.
let's see what's in this one. A small child. What's going on?
There's 4 things wrapped up.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're heavy.
What are
What
those?
is this? Sarah, what did you do?
Are those
It's
like
Stephen
are those-
Oh, this is
baby.
like jar. It's a jar of something. Preserves, maybe?
Oh, it's the jarred cupcakes.
Oh wow.
Jarred
look at that.
The cupcakes in a jar. I
You
don't
have
know
a
that.
lot of
Haven't heard of that.
Those things are the best.
They are.
I love
haven't had
those
one.
things.
All right.
Oh
Well,
my
there
God.
goes my juice cleanse. All right. Thanks, Sarah. Bitch.
Mark, you don't even need it.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, thank
All right.
you,
So
Sarah.
those are there.
So
Help
nice.
yourself. If you
Yes.
get tired of pizza rolls,
All right.
have a jar of
cupcakes.
Cupcake.
Sweet.
cupcakes. That's how we roll here. at
Oh,
AfterBuzz.
so nice of you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Sarah Miller.
Well, speaking of sweetness, let's go into our
Yes.
first
Ooh,
storyline.
very good.
Oh,
That
it
was
wasn't
smooth.
about me.
You like
That's
that?
very
No,
smooth.
no, wasn't about you. So we have the big storyline this week, which is Steve, Kayla, Ava, and Joey. Joey.
Joking myself.
So okay, wait. Well, first of all, can
advertising.
I just say, Ava gets on my nerves.
Okay.
Okay, you said it.
Well, because it's like she reminds me of a more devious Sammy. Because you know how Sammy would always do one plan after another, after another, after another, after another, until something works. Like, I feel like that's what Ava's doing. So, like, it's like one plan after another, after another, after another. And, like, to her, applause or whatever. She is a couple of steps ahead of everybody because we didn't know why she ordered the drug or whatever, and it's almost like she knew that was going to be like the next step, and so she's now in that plan. Although I don't think she planned on someone coming in and suffocating her during a false fire alarm.
Wait, what?
Good job.
Yes,
Good
exactly.
job, Joey.
Yeah, Alexis.
Yeah.
This guy right
He's
here.
here.
did it. He's here. He
Yeah.
did
This
it.
guy?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
James, what? Why?
I'm gonna save my reaction
Yes, the
for
reaction.
last.
Oh,
So
Okay.
go ahead.
oh, okay.
Why did you do it?
Yes.
It was written in the script.
Unfortunately, I just got to do what they tell me. It said Joey smothers Ava with pillow, and
You're like, all right.
I
Done.
was really confused for a second, and then I just did it. Yeah.
Were you surprised when you got the script and realized, like, oh, this is going to happen?
I was surprised that was how I did it. Like when they first told me, like maybe 2 weeks before we shot it, and I was kind of excited because I was like, oh, I'm gonna maybe I get to shoot her with a gun or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know, stab her. I don't know. Now I sound a little morbid.
Right.
But then it was like smothers her with a pillow, and I was like, all right. I'm gonna have to work on the biceps.
Yeah. She didn't. But you know what I kind of laughed at
Uh-oh.
was when the pillow was removed and she was just kind of like. Did anyone else notice that? Was that just me? I literally almost took a picture of it because like normally people are just kind of like,
All right.
but she was like
That face.
like really like you got her good.
I mean,
I'll tell you
I
that.
probably, unless she was making that exact face, I probably couldn't have, done the scene.
I'm really nervous about this because because you're a teen on the show, of course, to make a teen kill somebody is so weird to me.
Well, it's like Will.
Yeah. They did a T shot. What's his name?
James.
That's good. I can't EJ.
EJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so weird when they do it with a teenager. It's kind of like you're already screwed up already.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna make now your life will never be the same.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Like,
Gee,
seriously.
Honestly, that's kind of how I felt. I was like, how much can you throw at this kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can he even function?
Yeah.
But
They're doing it.
They're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the past like month or so, Joey has gone through a lot. He's lost his girl, which was Ava, because you had a big crush on her.
who he thought was his girl.
Yeah. Then like your mom getting locked up and kidnapped by her, and then walking in on your dad almost having sex, then find out that like he went away. Like it's a hard. You know
Yeah,
what?
so doesn't that make sense? How he kind of
He was
pot
like,
kind of boiled over eventually.
Yeah.
he was kind of like, enough of this bitch. Like I'm done.
Yeah, it didn't really come out of nowhere. You
Yeah.
know, it-
Well, no, not at all.
yeah.
It's just kind of weird. It's like, wow, they made him do it, not Steve do it or Kayla. Because Kayla was gangster on Monday.
She was.
Kayla was
she
like,
oh, wow.
Kayla was like, Roman, get over here, I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Yeah. She was.
Are you from the
pretty
hood? Are you from the hood?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
She knocked Ava out.
She punched her. She didn't slap her.
No, she
No, she
knocked her.
slapped her first.
She
but
knocked
she
her out.
punched her.
She slapped her first, and then
Yeah.
she got real hood and was like, "Oh, you didn't like the slap?
She
I'm
did.
just gonna knock you out, TKO." Mike
That's what she
Tyson.
did too. She was done.
Yeah.
Your mom was done on the show. She was done.
No, yeah, she
Go on,
was.
Mary Beth Evans.
Well,
Work
she
it
was
out.
done with Ava's shenanigans.
She was. She was not having it. But I just thought that especially on Monday, she was like not having it.
Nope.
It's like, no, we're done. No, I'm calling Roman. We're done.
James? How have you felt about this storyline? Because, I mean, we've all had our thoughts about it.
Yes.
But how have you felt about like the progression with like working with Ava and then like up until killing her? Like,
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise. I don't know. I've enjoyed it, and I like. I mean, not going to give anything away, but I like where it goes. I like what it does to the family.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, Joey was working with Ava to try to get his parents back together.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't think it worked out in the way he had hoped.
I don't
But
think
you
they
know,
looked at the way she had hoped either.
yeah, but in a way, you know, it works out because it shows how, you know, these sort of things.
Yeah.
You know, the family's kind of forced to come together now. So I
Yeah.
mean, I've enjoyed it. Yeah, I've enjoyed that storyline.
I have a question. What is the legal drinking age in Salem?
Right,
Don't even
I-
get me started.
I thought
Don't
the
even
same
get me
thing.
started.
All of y'all are walking around having drinks.
Yeah.
Well, and Sierra even said with the tequila
Something
thing, she's
about
like,
18.
I'm almost 18. I was like, that's still not old enough.
It's still not old
Just
enough
so
at
you
all.
know.
Yeah.
And I was right there with you.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
And by the way, they wasted a perfectly good bottle of alcohol.
Don't even get me started on that.
Two.
Don't even get me
That's
When
started.
I dropped, I was like, no!
Yeah.
Yes.
The only saving grace is that I know it's daytime and it was probably water, so I'm okay with it.
I ran in slow motion over to my TV.
I would
Me
really
too.
hope the days of our lives would not waste a bottle of tequila.
You never waste booze.
Actually,
ever.
Vivian's a method actor, and she made sure.
That's like real. Like, booze
I'm
there.
starting to like Vivian a little bit more.
How is it working with Tamara?
Really amazing. Yeah,
She's
she
like a
was-
legend too.
She's it's so funny. Like, I love watching her play Ava because she's so not Ava, like at all.
Yeah.
Like, she's the nicest,
Wow.
like sweetest
Yeah.
girl, you know. And but then all of a sudden, like, she turns on the crazy eyes and she's gone. So
Right.
it was a lot of fun.
Good.
You know, she was just. It was easy. It was really easy. Yeah, I felt comfortable working with her from the beginning, and. So,
And
yeah.
you two have spectacular chemistry together.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
Like I was saying, it was very comfortable. You know.
See, I thought they were going to go the J.J. Eve route.
Me too.
With,
100%.
with you and Ava and
Yeah.
You were
kind of put them
this
together.
close.
Yeah. And then they didn't. And I was like, okay, maybe that's good. He is only 16.
Well, I like the,
16, right?
on the show.
Ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Ish.
Somewhere in
well,
there.
He goes to Salem High.
I think he's like he's 16 going on 18.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Yeah,
going to
so-
saw Raw, sorry.
again.
Yeah, again.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah, he's soon he's 18.
I was gonna say you were talking about the family with Steve and Kayla. I will say my positive stuff first, and then I'll get into my tirade. I actually thought this week, especially the scene with you and Steve Nichols.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Excellent.
And it's so funny because I keep seeing whoever designed that house.
Oh, we love
I'm
the house.
obsessed
I know we
with
love
their
the
house.
Yeah.
I'm most obsessed with
I want
that.
to live there.
Visually, I love the windows. I
me
love
too.
how, I don't know. There's
the
something about
color
it.
of the paint is beautiful.
Everything
Yes,
is just
yes, I
so
agree.
great to look at. Mary Beth Evans and Stephen Nichols are knocking everything out. Like it blows my mind. I'm like, she's got to be exhausted when she gets home. She's
yeah.
crying all day.
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know how Mary
and-
Beth does it.
Yeah,
You know?
it's insane. It's insane. But I loved your scene with them, and I'm glad that they had him say, "Let's go back to the house and finish this conversation." Because I was like, "Well, why the fuck did they run to the square in the first place?"
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to bitch about, but I was like, "Okay, they're going to take it home. Okay, fine."
Yeah.
So I'm happy because I love that I'm seeing this family.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think they've been ignored for a long, long time. And Stephanie didn't do it for me. Sorry.
He's like,
I don't mince
both
words.
Stephanies.
But
Anyone
I'm
named
just
Stephanie.
annoyed with bringing. Like, I feel like this is what keeps happening with this new writing.
Okay.
We keep getting handed stuff. This is going to be great. This is going to be fantastic. And then you bring her back. I mean, unless they're going to do a Days, she's not really dead. I just don't get
She's
it.
not
I
really
don't get
dead.
why she comes back and does all this stuff to just be dead now.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and you see what it caused, like you're saying. What a great thing it's been to see this family and how it's bringing them together and creating this great magic for them. But now you're just going to kill her. Like, I don't understand what goes on in those rooms, and I want to know.
I want to sit in on those rooms.
I want to so bad. No, I'll get kicked out, but I want to sit and watch.
I
He's like, you
almost-
would. He's like, you would.
I
In a
almost see
heartbeat.
it as
They will
like,
not let me in there.
as like her last laugh. Because just think about now.
Whose last laugh?
Ava's.
This was her last laugh?
Well, listen.
Well-
I mean, not. She didn't plan for this to be her last laugh, but however.
Well, then it's not her last laugh.
Or did she?
Ooh.
I don't know. I
Thank you!
But for me,
That's the perfect
it's
one.
just kind of like, okay, once again, she's gonna play a hand in just the breaking down of this family.
But
you know what I mean?
yeah, whatever.
I mean, because
I'm not
She
buying that.
look. I mean,
She's not dead.
She literally did this. She built them up,
I don't know. Oh.
and now and then she has like ripped them apart. and she's gonna keep ripping them apart. And she ain't
But
even
she's
alive.
dead. But she didn't know that was going to happen.
She didn't know someone was going to
If
smother
she
her.
knew, if there was, I'll say this: if there was something that led us to believe that she knew that was going to happen, which I don't think who wants to die just to ruin a family.
Well,
I just don't. I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all.
Watch. You know what? If I know Ava like I know her, I mean I don't know her like that because I don't know that level of crazy.
she's crazy.
But I bet she's gonna have something else pop up and happen. She planned for it.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
I just think it was a missed opportunity because you did have chemistry with her
Yeah.
that I thought, because you were the wrench in her plans. Because you're like, I'm so in love with you. It's just like, wait a minute. I want Steve. That's the one I want. Exactly. And I thought, what a great thing that now this wrench is being thrown here. And I was hoping maybe she really did care about you on some level. Like, I thought I was going to go that direction.
Didn't she care about him on some level?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
She cared about him enough
Yeah.
to go through the
Yeah.
plan.
I think on some level.
Yeah,
She cared about you.
that's actually the thing that was kind of cool that materialized beyond the script was sort of the connection that Tamara and I had.
Right.
There was nothing really written in the script that was that said that Ava actually gave a hoot.
Right.
About Joey. But no, eventually, you could see it. You could see sort of that there was some sort of conflict in her, which I thought was cool because it didn't make her this, one-dimensional evil person. You could see that there's some semblance of a heart in her,
And she cares about Steve, so she cares about you by default.
Yeah, she's just so cray-cray, man.
I wrote you, James. I said that. I'm like, well, I think us could be together. I mean, that you were a good wrench in there, and maybe.
You know what I could have seen happening?
Yeah.
I could have seen if they were to have kept going, I could have seen like Ava getting scared of Joey because Joey becoming so obsessed with her, and you could see that at times where he was like, "What? You're breaking up with me?"
Yeah. Well, you had those when we talked about it, and I was like, because somebody said something like, "Well, he was a little." I was like, "No," but I could see a high school kid
being obsessed.
that upset.
Yeah,
I mean, you see, because I love me some Law and Order SVU. There's some cray crays out there, and there's always episodes of the high school kids are going cuckoo over the teacher and stuff like that. I love that.
That's what I thought too. Absolutely.
I would believe that 100%.
Yeah, I feel like it would have come to the point where Ava stops haunting the Johnsons and Joey starts haunting Ava. He's just in her dreams, and at her window, totally stalking
I'm all
her.
for that.
It would be very chase of Joey.
Yes.
And see, and getting back to your chemistry thing, if we weren't 5 months ahead, they would have seen that there was chemistry and they could have continued the story. But because you're 5 months ahead, it's hard to do that. But I think we're getting that remedied, so I'm going to shut up now.
And your chemistry with Steve is off the charts too.
Yeah, that was something that was really comfortable right from the start. Because Steve and I had scenes from the start that were, really, father-son moments, like breaking the ice, and it felt so natural too, because. I didn't know Steven very well. I didn't know him at all, but Joey hadn't seen him in who knows how long.
Right.
And so that sort of nervous tension between them, that sort of,
what's it going to be like?
Yeah, that sort of, kind of testing the waters, wanting to have this. You could tell they both, well, especially Joey, you could tell from the beginning he wants so badly to beneath all his anger and that sort of stuff, he wants so badly to have his dad back, and you could just tell that something was formulating from the beginning, and it was very comfortable. So,
and he's such a you played such a normal teenager very well, like that sort of bratty, a little bit. A little bit.
I had years of practice.
So you were a bratty teenager.
I was a good one.
Yeah, you storm off like one would.
Yeah.
One would storm
seriously.
off in their own home.
But this week, I I feel like for the character of Joey, there's so much going on because now with him killing Ava and now Steve taking the rap for it,
Right.
it's like there's and Kayla is kind of like
Kayla's face. I was watching her face the whole time. Were you watching her? It was kind of funny because the whole time just looking like, what is this crazy shit going on? You literally you could see, I could see her thoughts. Yeah. It was like you can tell that she knows that something's up.
Yeah.
Like you can totally tell that she gets it. She was cracking my bleep up.
It's like almost like she just couldn't take it anymore. Like she couldn't take any more of like Ava and like her manipulative ways and scheming. Because even when Ava was laying in bed and she was like, very, oh, she's trying to. She was like, I felt like she wanted to say, "Bitch, come on!" Like, I didn't even touch you. Right. But then there was a moment like Hood Kayla came out again, and she was like, "But if you want me to, I will." She did say that. Like
Kayla is Hood.
Yeah,
she was this week. She was this week. Well, she's Irish. She's a Brady. I mean, they can
very fiery.
They're very fiery.
So I don't know. I'm interested to see how this storyline plays out because if you guys notice a couple of things. There was, and I don't know if they meant to show this or not, but there was blood on the pillow because from when Joey got cut at the party.
Oh, that's right.
And when he lifted up from the pillow, there was red, and I was like, okay, there's blood. And then that little teeny tiny little Band-Aid that he had on for his cut fell.
Oh, how funny!
On the floor.
Sloppy murderer.
Yeah. But I mean, sloppy, but well thought out because he was like, I'm going to do the fire alarm. Ooh, the cop is gone. I'm going to walk in, and it's like, okay, bitch, like I'm going to take care of you right now. And ooh, did I just do that? And like Steve walks in, like, what did you just do?
Yeah.
So it was very dramatic.
I love how the about to choke on a pizza roll. Thank you. I love how the cop doesn't even check the fire alarm.
Yes, because he's part of the Salem Police Department.
They don't
Salem PD.
Guys,
we have our issues with Salem.
Oh, speaking of Salem PD,
how is JJ a cop?
Well, first of all,
and Sean.
Sean, you're under arrest.
Well, just when we thought JJ was a good one and on it. He let Ava slip through his fingers.
Well, okay, at least he said they had wrote in the line, she must have had a brick or something in her purse. Because I was like, what purse? Those are about to be the biggest set of car keys on the planet to knock that boy out.
Wait, was it a purse or was it a suitcase?
No, it was a purse.
It was a purse.
Oh, okay. It was a big purse, but it was a
I
purse.
thought it was a suitcase
No.
Because right before that, she was like, I don't know. Ava said something to JJ. She's like,
I could use it as a weapon.
She's like, a heavy suitcase. I don't know, Police 101. You missed the something sassy.
So
and she's like, you could have. She's like, you could have just used that heavy thing to. And then 2 seconds later, she grabs a heavy thing
But I'm trying to figure out how teeny tiny Ava keeps knocking out all these people. She knocked out Kayla. Now she's knocked out JJ, and she's not this big.
Yeah, big.
Well, I mean, but with Kayla, it was that one was like I'm gonna let that one go because she was like, I'm taking this and I'm not. You know what I mean? It was legit.
Yeah.
A heavy thing could do that. Kayla's a little thing too. So, but
I love how
those are those moments when I'm watching and I'm like, oh, this is why I get up to get pizza rolls because I can't deal with some of this.
I love how Ava has no second thought about it.
Yeah.
Anytime she knocks someone out, there's nothing that registers in her head. It's just what's the nearest object? She grabs it and then boom. She's just nah. And carries on.
Yeah.
And then drags them wherever they need to go, huffing and puffing.
And I can't. And I love that when JJ comes to Roman to say I've lost her, his response is, I've got a new assignment.
Try not to mess this up.
He just lost somebody and now you're giving him another
something else to do.
It doesn't even make sense.
We're going to send you and a non-cop to go make an arrest.
I think if I was ever going to be a cop, it would have to be in Salem. It's the only place I could be successful. And I'll put that in quotes. Successful at it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being successful, there are sometimes, Mark, where I'm not so successful when I'm really hungry at home and I don't have the money to go out to eat. Do you have any suggestions on what I should do, Mark?
You need to know how to cook. Not only do you feel like you know your way around the kitchen, but cooking at home means eating healthier and saving money instead of ordering expensive takeout again. Where's my camera? Oh, there it is. But where do you start?
Where do I start?
Blue Apron has you covered. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers all the fresh ingredients you need to create home-cooked meals. Just follow the easy-to-step instructions. Thank you for the crinkle. Each meal can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. No overwhelming trips to the grocery store. No more sad takeout.
No more sad takeout.
Sad takeout?
No matter your dietary preferences either. Blue Apron makes it a breeze to discover and prepare dishes like roast chicken supremes with mashed potatoes, gravy, and maple glazed
That
carrots.
sounds good. No carrots. No
It
carrots.
does. Spiced salmon with black rice, avocado, and blood orange salad.
Yum.
Charred broccoli over creamy polenta with poached eggs.
Yum.
Right in your own kitchen. Cook with ingredients you never heard of before, like watermelon radishes. I haven't heard of that. Farro and purple potatoes. Purple potatoes I've heard of. And recipes are between 500 and 700 calories per portion. Delicious and good for you.
Perfect.
Right now you can get your first 2 meals free at blueapron.com
Where?
/podcast.
Was that blueapron.com?
Yes, that's blueapron.com /podcast.
James, blueapron.com.
Blue Apron is a better way to cook.
Why, thank you so much, Mark, for that lovely
It's like I've
tip.
been hypnotized.
Or Sweeties.
I know, like, yeah.
What's polenta?
Polenta, it's like
It doesn't sound appetizing.
Oh, that's good. It's good.
It's like
You can fry it.
mushier mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
Yes.
You
I
can
guess that's
fry
the
it. You
best
can creamy. Make
Yes.
it creamy.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's like in a tube, and it's like yellow in a tube sometimes. And just
Oh, when you buy it?
Yeah, you buy
It's
it.
always on my plate when I get it. I don't know what it,
Oh my
what it
God.
comes in.
It's not appetizing. It's just not.
I was actually
flavorful.
making a joke.
It's
Alexa,
like-
sorry.
yeah.
Not appetizing.
Yeah.
I sold.
They aren't pizza rolls. We'll just say
I
that.
was being rude on my last day on purpose.
You doing a lot on your last
Hell
day.
yeah, I noticed.
The fans like it.
wanna-
Well, that message was brought to you by the kind folks at blueapron.com. All right, moving on. We have our next storyline, which is Brady
Do you want to
Teresa.
talk about Jade? We didn't talk about Jade. Or is that later? He has a new love interest now.
We met Jade, so we're.
I'm just asking.
I mean, we'll see where it goes with that. I mean, they look like they were very chummy at the party, and you
Yeah.
know,
Well, I'm just happy he has somebody now.
his age.
Yes, your age. Not related to you. Because everybody's related to you, so you can't do Claire or Sierra to them. So
Although I wish. Well, no, wait. Claire is
Claire
she
can't.
older?
They're related, aren't you, Claire?
Yeah.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
related. They're all
Yeah.
related.
Yeah.
They're all Brady's.
Oh,
And
somebody.
she can't, and Sierra too.
They're
you
Brady's.
can't.
They're all
Listen,
Brady's.
That was my concern from the beginning.
Somebody
I was like, who's Joey gonna
needs
do
to in each house. There needs to be a family tree just to make sure there are no crossovers. Just every now and then you think someone's attractive, you just go to the family tree and you just.
Oh, I love it.
Nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yes.
Can't do it.
Or actually, if it's
Yep, I'm in the
Christmas
clan.
time, they can just check the tree.
Right, exactly.
You go to the Horton
If
tree.
you've got an ornament on the tree,
Wait, are you
just-
saying there has to be like a family checklist? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
no, yes,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Yes. In
And then you
Salem,
get to
yes.
that one person, you're like,
Second cousin, twice removed. Yeah,
It's
it'll be
not worth the
fine.
trouble.
Like, ooh, is it far enough? Bang.
And then there should be a second tree that shows like, okay, well, if I do decide to do something with the said family member, here's the next tree of, problems
Yes,
that will
exactly.
come
Yes.
with it.
Exactly.
Yes,
Is
that's a
it
good one
worth
too.
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like Jade. I'm just gonna say it.
She's.
I liked her. I loved your first scene together. I thought she was.
And I like how she was like, yeah, I know you, but like, obviously you didn't pay attention to me. Story of my life.
that was actually cute. That
Story
was
of my
cute.
life.
Like it was
The
believable.
Tony Moore story.
Yeah.
Well, all the folks in the chat room unanimously love you. They think you're a great actor, and Sarah Miller just said you're the best of all the teens, and so they're I'm reading it. They're all just saying you're just one of the best.
Oh,
of all the
that's
teens.
really
Well,
kind.
you know
Thank
what? You guys will have a chance to tell James all of his accolades.
Why? Thank
Very-
you. Oh, the other
Yes.
teens. Sorry.
When it's somebody's last day, they
Do whatever you want.
I'm
We'll
just trying it for Tony.
whatever
That's
you
all.
want.
Get it,
For
James
Tony.
Lott Jr.
We'll blame
Get
it,
it.
Tony.
We'll blame it on the
Tony.
champagne in the front yard.
In the front yard.
See, that's what happens when you start drinking at 2 in the afternoon.
You were the perfect cast for
Yes.
for Kayla and Steve's son. They
I
couldn't
agree.
have cast you any better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Marnie's
She's excellent.
Marnie's brilliant.
Yes, she
I
is.
actually knew Marnie. I came into audition for Days like a year or two before I was cast. And she remembered me for those 2 years, you know.
Oh, you always ask that,
You
too.
always have to tell me.
Yeah.
That's your question.
That's your question.
I always like to find out from people like if they auditioned for like another role before they got the role that they're in now.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I'm pretty sure I auditioned with like the same sides too.
Oh,
or something.
really?
I don't even remember what role I auditioned for.
Oh, okay.
But I recognized the sides when I got them.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah.
Well, one day I hope to get sides like that too. And
You will, Tony.
it
You
ends
will.
up being, you know,
Stay
The
optimistic.
DISHIN Days boys on the
Stay
set of
optimistic.
Which
Days
is funny.
of
I
Our
thought of you
Lives.
today. In one of the Days of Our Lives Facebook groups, I think it was yesterday or day before, someone wrote a picture that says, "Who misses Aloma Wright as Maxine?" I thought of you.
I miss Aloma Wright because that was my only ticket in.
Well, you have to go Carver's now.
Well,
Abe's cousin.
Well, listen, I thought
Yeah.
I thought when they saw us Theo, I was like, "Ooh, there's a good chance that I could I could be in there." And then
But
I was
he's
like,
a high school person.
Well, yeah, and then I aged out.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And then I was like, "Oh, well, I missed that boat." And then I tried to figure out, well, like, could I be a cousin? Could I just be
You
like
just
a
need to
friend that
shave
comes
and you
in?
could play Theo.
Maybe. But,
Hashtag recast.
yeah. Well,
Dang.
well, Kyle does a great job.
He
as
does a great
Theo, So
job.
I don't want to take that away from him.
He does a great job.
But you know, I'll work my other angle. Maybe I can be cop
Yeah,
number two.
Maybe you could be
I love
his evil
Kylo.
I would say
Yeah.
your relationship on the show with him too is great. Joey and Theo, I love your relationship together. You guys are friends.
Well, Joey,
Yeah.
Theo, and Sierra,
And Sierra, I
are
love
really
that
good.
combo.
Like, I still love that Theo's like, I'm not down with Chase. I don't roll him
Yes.
like that. Like,
Yes.
I'm good. He sent me those text messages. I'm
done.
DONing. Why aren't you done with him?
Dude, Theo is the only sane person in Salem.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Definitely, yeah.
At this point.
And Blunt, and we'll
Blunt.
tell you straight. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why we're doing this. Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
here
I
to
think
fight
that's
Sierra.
that's the autism.
Autism, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's like, give him a chance. No, don't give him a chance. He's a bad person. I just don't like him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't mess with Theo.
while we're on Theo, let's just I will come back to that one. Let's go to Chase, Theo,
Okay,
and
yeah.
Sierra.
Okay.
This week,
You're like,
y'all all took a deep
Wow,
breath.
Thank you.
that was
Yeah.
unanimous.
Got an opinion.
I got chills in the booth. I was like, what happened?
I got plenty of opinions.
So
Oh.
this week I found it still a little like the rape scene. Like I was good seeing it once, maybe
Once,
twice,
not
but
17
like this
times a
week,
day.
like kind of seeing it over and over again. I'm like, okay, like we get it. And then I started thinking like, you still in them same clothes? Like you don't want to like get out of that and like freshen yourself up so that you can at least stop thinking about it. And then
That's so
Sierra.
funny because I remember when we were shooting around that time, and Vivian was like, I'm wearing these again. Like it was like the 5th day in a row.
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. For me, if I went through something like that, like
I feel like she would have like gone showered
Tried to shower, like-
and threw out the clothes.
Yeah,
and stuff like
burned
that.
Done
them.
that dramatic Marty Saybrook
Yeah.
shower. If anyone
Oh, I
gets
do
the
remember
reference.
One Life to Live. Yes,
Yeah.
when Todd raped her, the rape
That
thing.
never-ending shower scene.
Yes,
She showered for days.
yes.
I see
There you
what
go.
you tried to do there.
Oh, I did it.
they said,
Thank
ooh.
you.
They tried to do.
Yeah, I heard him. I heard him.
But Theo,
Thanks, Tony.
Theo is really like pressuring Sierra to tell him like what has happened because he's the only one that actually sees that something is wrong. Like everyone else just doesn't
No, I
notice
think
how
Hope sees
Sierra
it,
is.
too.
But Hope thinks that it's the whole Andre thing and like and all
that's
that.
true.
So like it's not that. It's bring your mic closer, Matthew. It's not that. It's
Fillet the mic.
It's the fact that she just had this traumatic thing happen, and then Chase, I don't know, he's just like gone with the wind.
I don't know. I'm not feeling the again. Like I said, I don't see Andre wooing him with pastries. That just doesn't.
Oh
not
well,
believable to
now
me.
he gave him a dungeon.
And
that
I
what-
know.
is that
and
what
now-
happens?
Yeah, he gave him pastries in the park. Like this, he's wooing him by
So
giving him
street
food,
food.
and I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. And then
That would work with me.
And now he's in the now he's in like
Hey,
the
look
dungeon.
who's talking pizza bites.
Right.
But that's more believable. I would expect
That's
like
true.
if you brought a high school person pizza roll, bring him a.
Tater tots.
You know what I mean? Like here's
Yeah,
a
this
prune
got
Danish.
really intense.
Yeah.
Over some food. Damn, Mark.
It's again one of those things. Like I know it's it's funny that I watch Days of Our Lives and I'm going to say this statement, but I like intelligent stuff.
And
So that's why I get so excited when we were talking about the whole switching it on Andre, making it appear
yeah.
like that was smart. I was like, oh, and that's what I love. I love when you have those moments where you're just like, oh my god, that was so smart. I never would have thought of that. That's so great. And then you have this, and you're just like, really? So it's like, I know you got it in you, but then I feel like they dropped the ball, and I don't know, and I don't like that they're making all these teens killers and rapists. Like, it just, I'm like, really? That's where we're gonna go with this?
I feel like there's some setup happening with Chase. Like, there's a reason why he's being removed from the family and why he's with Andre and stuck in a dungeon and creeping around looking at Sierra still. Like, but I do like the fact that he realized like he went too far and that he's wrong.
He did say that. He did say that.
And that he did admit to Andre like
I
what he
her.
did. And he didn't. I think he didn't mean to. But he was listening to what he said, which I don't think you followed the advice of someone you just met. I mean, that's just me.
I love when Hope was asking Sierra where Chase went. She was like, he doesn't realize that he's got a target on his back. How many times do we have to tell him to be careful?
Yeah.
Why does he keep running off?
Yeah.
Because you are the worst parental guidance around.
Apparently, so is whichever guard that's following them. Because
Chase he is part of the Salem PD.
Well, it's Salem PD.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Right.
James, how did you feel about this storyline and where it was going?
With Chase.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we felt too.
No, I think, I mean, you got to do something, you know. You can't just, have like, like the Disney Channel. It's not the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This
Like,
isn't Jesse.
Yeah, you can't just have all the teenagers like, hanging out and like, this is a totally fun party. Let's do it again next weekend.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like they have to go through stuff, and I kind of like the dynamic between Chase and Andre. I mean, it's creepy.
It is
Yeah,
creepy.
it is
It's
very
very weird.
It's creepy as heck.
Yeah.
Can I say?
Heck.
Yeah.
Say hell.
Hell.
You can say hell, but then you have to
Hell.
apologize after you say
Hell.
it.
I'm sorry.
Hell.
I like it though. I love Teo's Andre.
Yeah.
Like he's so good at that role. He's so
a maniac.
haunting, and I think it's interesting. I mean, in the end, they're trying to create something compelling and interesting and weird to that people want to watch, and I think it's interesting seeing Andre sort of try to
Lure him in.
manipulate. He's like that voice in the back of his head, and Chase is totally falling for it, and you could totally see him like turning into something evil in the future or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're
Like
trying
father,
to find
like son.
They're trying to find a way to keep Chase on. And this is one way they're trying to do that, I guess.
Keep him on the show?
Yeah, on the show because he has no ties to anybody really. I mean,
Well, we know.
we know.
Daddy's coming back.
But no,
I don't know what form.
I was fine with the idea of.
You mean a ghost?
Who knows, right?
I was fine with the idea of like we realize you've gone through this tragedy and we're the only people that you know, so we're just gonna keep you in. I was fine with that, but now it's just like I don't know, like.
What was it like, Tony?
Tony,
Did you repeat
Tony,
that?
Tony.
Look, y'all know me. I just sit here with open arms, and whatever anyone wants to give me, I just take it and receive it and give it a big old hug, tie it in a pink bow, and send it on.
Oh, like that?
I don't.
Yeah, kind of how like
one.
Mark looks right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, a little bit better.
Oh.
Wow.
Rude.
So,
Damn.
Weird.
anything else about this storyline? Because we're gonna breeze
No.
through.
Yeah,
No.
I'm over it already.
You
No.
done?
Yeah.
Done?
Next.
Next.
I wish that they'd incorporate a flashback into the storyline. I don't think we're seeing enough of that. I don't remember what happened.
I'm pretty sure at this point you thoroughly remember what happened.
Thoroughly.
You know what I wish there was a flashback of?
Did.
When Andre gave Chase that muffin. I wish I can see that toss of the muffin. Like, here you go. Here's breakfast.
Next.
Well, let's talk about Brady, Teresa, Nicole, and Summer. This is actually a kind of interesting storyline. I didn't.
Okay.
We side.
Well, I think it's interesting. Why don't you think what was that side for?
Summer.
What about her?
What about her?
Oh, dang.
Okay.
We may have a new Melanie.
I know.
You may be the new Melanie.
What about her?
I hope she runs back into the ocean.
Dude, that was intense.
It
No,
was.
seriously, like I just watched that episode yesterday, and those waves are big, man.
They were big waves. She
like,
went in.
and you know what? I could tell how intense those were because I went swimming like in the ocean a couple months ago, and it was like I was right by the shore, just like that, and it was high tide, and the waves were not far offshore, and I could stand up, but they were so big that I was literally like the shore was like right there, but I was literally like and like getting sucked back under, and like I'm like 5 feet from the. It's crazy, and
And she walked right in.
Let's see, you got to be like me. Just walk along the edge.
You don't go in.
Just let the water kind of brisk your feet a little bit,
and then run back into the sand.
And then run back in. Yeah.
Paige is in the chat room. Paige, seriously, is that her name?
Paige, yeah.
She's in. Hi, Paige. She's in the chat. She's in the chat room.
Hey, Paige.
Oh, she wants meatless pizza rolls.
Meatless.
I think there's cheese ones.
There are cheese ones.
Yeah.
Paige, if you come join us, I'll bring cheese.
Why, hello, Paige.
Hi, Paige.
Paige is Jade.
Yes.
See, I keep up.
Jade is Paige. Paige is Jade.
Hashtag DISHIN Days.
So I find it interesting how they're trying to link Summer to possibly being a sister of Daniel.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. You go first.
I mean, the obvious.
What?
It's why does it have to be Daniel?
For him. That's what it is for him.
I have a lot of Daniel angst, just so you know.
You mean anger?
Anger.
Whatever.
You gotta say like anger.
It's just like, and I saw somebody actually tweet about it. They're like, we're still talking about Daniel's death, and Beau they talked about for 2 days. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't, and I'm sure there's still candles glowing in that Horton Town Square.
Did
with
anyone
roses
else think
that
that
dead.
she
No,
looked
not
like
anymore.
Ann Milbauer from behind?
A little bit.
She did! I totally was like, is that Anne?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Anne's on the beach!
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally thought that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, because I don't know who they're going to connect, but I just want the word Daniel out of the script.
Mark.
No, not me. That's you. That's your thing. That is definitely not my thing.
As a longtime viewer and person who got to interview Suzanne Rogers and love her to death, as a Maggie viewer, I'm just like, really gonna try to get it. So she forgot she had 2 children.
I know that's the other thing
Maggie is a little forgetful. Though.
And
But she didn't.
correct.
She didn't know about Daniel because her eggs got.
And
she was drunk.
No, I'm saying I'll give her 1 baby.
yeah, 1 accident. 2 is a problem.
You never know. That's like when you're a sperm donor. You don't know how many children out there floating around that you got.
But here's the thing, though, too. Daniel, when Daniel was in L.A., he didn't find out he was Maggie's son until he moved to Salem, which was after he was in L.A. So how did he know who his mother? He didn't know who his mother was then.
Right.
Yet he's talking to her and telling her, I think we're related to this lady who lived on a farm.
No. I don't think he told her about no.
Yes, he did he not?
I thought she said that she was told, and I didn't hear the reference to him.
Yeah.
But she was told that a little bit about the mother.
It was Daniel. That's what she was saying, is that he came to me. There was nothing romantic. It was just that he believed that we were related, and there was this woman on a farm that had a disease.
Exactly.
And all this stuff. And I'm like, well, he didn't know then.
Okay, well, fine. Well, listen, I'm just whatever.
This is why I have Sundays, because could you imagine me going to bed with all of this kept inside of me all week?
We just drank it.
Yes,
I would drink it away.
I love how Teresa came and wrecked shop.
Oh, in a cute dress.
Teresa was like,
she was like, this doesn't look like Chicago to me.
Yes.
Oh, she came in and started asking questions, taking names. She was like, wait a minute, folks. Okay.
Like, this isn't right.
Did anyone realize that the end of Monday's episode when Teresa stormed out of the end of Tuesday's episode when Teresa stormed out on Nicole just let her go, and then at the beginning of the next episode
they were together.
Right,
yeah.
And they had a chat.
Continuity.
Maybe she left and just went and waited for her in the lobby so they could walk to the bar together because she realized she didn't know where the bar was.
Oh, that bar looks so realistic, by the way.
Are you being serious?
Shade.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's so much
I don't have a problem with the bar, actually.
They were like, let's think Malibu Beach. let's try and find a set that looks like a...
It looked like more like Manhattan Beach, but yeah, at least they're under there in Malibu. I don't know. Marie Wilson's a great actress. I watched her on As the World Turns. She was really good on there, and she's good. Once again, to bring another good actress and actor into the show, I'm really nervous how they're going to really play her. Right. I hope she is not Maggie's daughter. I hope it's a whole different...
Oh, how is she not going to be?
I hope she isn't.
Well, no one said it was a biological connection.
They weren't sure. They didn't say. I mean, we don't know for the file. We don't know for sure.
It's going to be.
Just come back. She's come back to Salem.
It's going to be your daughter. Sorry, it is.
I'm sorry, it is.
All right.
Don't be sorry.
I guess we'll see.
Yes. So let's go on the tidbits.
he's like, I'm done.
Let's go on the tidbits.
I think I'm frozen.
So
Are you
that
frozen?
way, you just got to restart it. So that way we can get to your phone calls. So that, since we have James here, I'm sure a lot of people want to chit chat with
They're
you
all
and ask you
hashtag
questions.
shady. I'm sure they do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, not me. You guys know it's my last day today?
Listen here, James Freeman. Like, it's not about
James
your day.
Freeman. James Freeman. Well, that's your middle name.
Mark James Freeman, yeah.
Tried it. All right, so so really quick, Hope, Andre, Rafe. So just when they think it's like a sigh of relief because Andre got arrested. I love that Roman was like, Andre, was arrested, and then she's like, oh, well, that's good, and she's like, and then Roman's like, but we both know that he's innocent, and I was
totally
like,
called her out. Her face was cracked. It was like,
oh, that face was cracked and on the ground. She couldn't even pick
See,
it up.
I thought, actually, this is what I thought they were going to do. I thought he was going to say all that, because he never actually said that he knew anything.
No.
I thought she was going to go, okay, I killed him, and he'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. That's
you did?
Like, I totally thought that's what they were going to
yeah.
do. Like, he was thinking something else, and then she admits it accidentally. That's what I thought.
No, he called her out on it, and she was like, yeah, I killed him. But, ooh, go on, girl.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good
It'll be
scene.
interesting.
And he deserved it.
And he deserved it.
Well, like I said, we talked about this before too. I like that more of those people are getting included in it. Like, I felt like from the beginning,
yes.
she should have gone to like Marlena and John and
Exactly,
Like, Guess
exactly,
what I did? I
exactly.
took care of business for all
Yeah,
of us.
exactly.
Like, I would have loved scenes like that. That would have been
Because
cool.
for Roman, he's like, trust me, I understand more than anybody else
Yeah.
what Stefano had done did to the family and did to him.
Mm-hmm.
He took his identity away and gave it to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then somebody else is still in Salem.
I have something. Does anyone else have difficulty understanding a word Roman says?
Don't even get me started.
Marble mouth. Yeah,
Don't even get me started.
All right, I just
Don't
wanted
even
to
get me
make
started.
sure we're-
that.
Don't even get me started. Next.
Oh, are we done with Hope, Andre, and Rafe?
I just don't
I
want to
think-
talk about that.
Until day.
I have some couth.
Somebody else, but no,
Well,
Yes.
we'll see how that plays out because now she got the phone call that was like, you killed the wrong person. I would have been like, no, bitch, I killed the right person. But like, if you got any other dealings, let me know. Click.
Right, yeah, exactly. Now, who's doing that now? You killed the wrong person. Who's
I
calling?
know.
I mean, yeah.
Well, and then that goes into Kellen's vision,
Yes.
which she tickles me.
Well, she was going off on Deimos, though.
When she sat in that bed and he was talking and she was just like, but why am I here? Like, like I was like, you are a sassy little woman.
Well, she was like, yeah, you know who I am.
Okay.
You did all that research. You know who I am. Like, I love that line.
The best was when she goes to...
Oh, geez.
we always hear about it.
Yes, I know he loses it first.
when she goes to Victor and she's like, I had a vision, and Victor's like, now we know your visions haven't met up.
Hashtag Mark's dead.
Victor's like, I ain't falling for that. Bitch, I was supposed to have a heart attack a week ago, according to your visions.
Well, he did. He had a fake heart attack. And that's
Yeah.
probably what she saw.
Well, whatever.
Well, whatever. Well, we'll see.
That was funny.
Belle buys Edge of Square for Claire, and then Claire's like, "Oh, so you don't believe?" Like, actually, I felt like Belle did. I want to be like, you are a catch-22. Like,
Yes.
I can't show you how I'm a loving mother. I can't be there for you because you always think something else totally different. Like, I'm just giving you a place to like play and have fun.
I think
and sing.
that's an appropriate response for.
No.
I have to always remember that they're kids.
No, I would have popped her in the
Or
mouth.
teenagers,
I would
you know
have
what I
popped
mean?
her
Like,
in the
I feel like-
mouth.
I think-
Sorry, I raised
Well,
two
she
daughters.
almost did the one time.
I raised two daughters, and if they talked to me that way, I would have popped her in.
But I think kids today talk like that.
no, well, they don't. Well, kids on TV
I
talk
didn't-
like that
I don't think it's appropriate,
Do kids
but-
today talk like that?
to their parents.
What
He's
did
not a
she
kid.
say? What did she
Well,
say?
just like, okay, but you're trying to buy this, buy this one because you're a bad mother or something. She like went off on her about buying the club.
And
Dude, you wouldn't believe what kids say to their
I
parents.
see. That's what I'm saying. I don't
Oh,
think it's very far
oh,
fetched
my
right
God.
now. I would have never said that. I would have gotten
Well, my
slapped
girls
across
would
and
say
got the
these
belt,
things, yes.
which clearly turned me.
No,
into
I would have turned it into a Lion King moment and been like, "Oh, this is mad. This is all for me." Except
good.
that area over there don't go there, but all this is me.
You know how many times I could do
good.
single ladies in here?
You know how many times I can go to the DJ and request the whole Beyonce album and not hear anybody say, I can go to the DJ and be like, hey, can you play Beyonce? And they're like, I'm not going, I own all of it. everything you looking at.
that's
She'll change her mind. She'll change her mind.
I like that too. That's good. I like
We'll
that.
see. And then, okay, so I don't know if you guys caught this, but at the party, which, by the way, I meant to say this.
I can't.
There weren't that many people at the party.
At a rave.
Like, and the
five
poor little background girl, if you are watching Little Short with the poofy black hair, like she was getting it in the back. She was trying to act like she was 13 people. She was like,
I gotta fill the space. I gotta fill the space.
And then the other little boy that was with I actually think I knew that boy.
Oh,
I think I
probably
did
did.
background work with him, but he was like trying to get it too. And then they moved over into the next frame and started like I was like, y'all are working to make sure that this party looks like it is a
Whoa. Can we acknowledge my moves?
Yes,
Please.
Yes.
We got a few out there. You got a few.
did.
Thank you.
Oh yes, because he did.
Those were probably the worst dance moves ever. But it worked. You know what?
Yeah, it worked.
You know what? It worked for
It worked.
Joey.
Yeah,
It did.
totally.
It did.
And he was
He's
drinking.
one. He's kind of. It was so funny because like in the breakdown for Joey, it was like I don't know. It was like whatever, describing like this like hunky like athletic dude that's like cool and like all the girls want him. I'm like, why would any girl want Joey? Like he's so like awkward and like self-conscious and kind of weird, But I love it. I love playing it, but it's like it's pretty.
I just
Joey
think
was getting it.
I didn't know raves still existed because I remember going to
do.
raves
I
back
think
in the
they
late
still do.
'80s, early '90s.
Oh, that was a rave.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a rave. They called it a rave.
That's not what I picture a rave to be.
Me neither. With Christmas lights hanging down, and I don't know what was that. What was all that about?
They called it a rave.
They called it a rave.
Are you sure?
She said, I'm going to a rave. She said it.
I feel like I heard that too.
I was very surprised.
But in the text, she called it a kickback.
yeah.
What's a kickback?
I don't know. You're asking me?
Oh,
I'm older than you.
I'm older than you, so I don't know what that is.
Listen, we're
That's
gonna.
just a barbecue.
Oh,
Like
thank
like
you.
A hangout.
Oh well, there
kind
wasn't
of
no.
thing.
There wasn't no.
Well, that
cute-
was-
Yeah,
barbecue.
like we know how to do
This
kickbacks
was
correctly.
between
but
a
yeah.
kickback and a rave.
No,
there was
not-
somewhere in between.
Not I said the cat. As soon as I walked in and there was no barbecue, I would have said, "Peace out, y'all. I gotta go to Wendy's."
Yeah.
See, now you always make me hungry. Every time we do Dishin Days.
That's
Every
why we
time.
have pizza rolls.
You guys are
Alexis.
eating all of them.
I need to leave some in there for you next week. I promise.
Thank you.
So real quick,
Yes.
at the party, all of a sudden this guy says, "Don't look at me that way, fag," and I'm like, "Who is he talking
I
to?"
know. I was like,
I thought they were talking to me. I looked up. I was like, "Oh, really? You can?"
Hey.
I was like, "That is rude." Days of our lives.
But he was saying that to Henry, and then cut to we saw Henry and Paul's interaction, and it made me think like, oh, is there going to be a gay teen?
maybe.
Okay, can I tell you something?
What?
My neighbor was out when we were sitting outside. My neighbor came home, and I was talking, and she has a son who's, I want to guess, he's like 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about it. She came over, and she's like, "We need to talk about days."
She did say that. She did say that.
And we were talking about that particular statement, and it threw me at first. I actually rewound and listened to it again. I was like, "Did they really say fag?"
Yeah.
And I'm not upset about it. Whatever. And I asked him, her son. I was like, "Is it just me? I just don't feel like teens today would do that. Like, I feel like it's so much more out there now, and not saying that I mean, maybe in some small town.
Salem.
Salem,
Yeah, but
USA.
it's not. But that's. Yeah, but then I don't know. I don't know. It just. And I asked him. I said, "What?" He's like, "No, I don't think that someone would do
He
something
just
like
said
that.
that, yeah.
I think if they did that, it would be like you're hanging out, like all the football players are together, and that person's not there.
Lost
then
me
I
at
think they
football
would say
players.
it. I don't see them doing that in person. I don't know. It was a little jarring to me. It kind of threw me, and it also threw me because, and I don't know the story behind, and we've had this conversation about the whole Will and Sonny storyline. They're the ones that got rid of it. And now you're coming back to it, and the way you're coming back to it is having somebody call somebody a fag. That was a little jarring to me.
What I think is,
You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like,
But I
I don't want to give you the right to be able to say that word after what you just did.
but
like,
I think,
that's how I
think
feel.
the good thing about this is that it's raising awareness and that we're actually talking about it, and it was jarring to you.
Well, we have to. It's part of the week.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm on the fence, and I'll see where it goes. But it did throw me a little bit, and
I
I'm
think it
still not
opened the
sure.
door to introduce a possible gay teen who may be
By using that word?
Has internal
I don't know.
homophobia, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, not him, but like for me, it reminded me of when I was young and I was called that.
Right.
I don't know.
You know what? Like kids in high school, like they throw that word around.
I think so
They
too.
still do, and it's like, I don't know. It's not cool like at all. But you see the people who are the most self-conscious, you know, are the ones who are like, you know, I mean, I have to confess, like when I was young, you know, middle school, high school, we would throw that word around, like just to like, you know, our close friends, if we were like in jest. But if it were, we would never actually like call someone that
and mean it,
and mean it in like a mean way. And but
again, I think my thing isn't even. I mean, I don't know. It's not so much. I think my thing is because I just can't get out of my head that these are the people that got rid of the storyline that was doing well and was a positive image for the gay community.
Right.
And then now they want to bring it back. And then you want to use that word. Like, to me, I don't want to say offensive because I'm not offended by it, but it's just
I think you should wait and see where they go with it because I think it's going to be another... For me, it felt like it was going to be like another Will situation where he was trying to figure everything out and everything like that. And I think now we're going to have this in this character, possibly, especially the way they introduced it. And with him running into Paul, someone who kind of went through the same thing, then it's going to... We're gonna, I feel like, feel how we felt when Will was going through it and figuring out and how they took their time with that and everything like that. Maybe we'll see it with this character, but it's a little bit different.
I'm with you, though. I don't feel like they had to use that word.
I mean, they could have said queer. I don't care. But it's really not even necessarily the word. I think my issue, again, isn't that they use the word. It's that those are the people that use the word. That these people that took this storyline away that we were all really passionate about.
Right.
That the way you're going to come back into it is to now throw this word in my face. That was offensive to me. That you're the one that did this, and now this is how you're going to come back to me. I don't know. I mean, I'm not that. I mean, I'm being a little more dramatic than I should be, I think. But whatever.
You dramatic?
I know. I have my moments.
No, but it's
and my
upsetting to
pink
some
ribbon.
people. Right. I agree, though.
I don't know.
Wait and
it was
see.
I did. I rewound it and listened because I was like, did they really just say that?
They
I don't
did.
know. It catch me off guard. So we'll see.
All right. Well,
But I guess that's good TV.
It is. Well, that has been your week of days, and we are going to go on into our segment so that we can get to some of your phone calls. And we're going to start with my segment, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! All right, so this week I did get my 3 Snaps Award very early, and it carried on all throughout the week. And the person that I'm going to preface it with this. There are times in life where you have to check somebody. And you have to let them know that you mean business and you're not one to be played with. So my official 3 Snaps Award goes to Kayla for punching the living piss out of Ava. She like completely tried her. She did the slap. Ava was still trying it, and then she was like, "Okay, bitch, like I'ma really have to show you put this hair in a ponytail and really knock you out." So for getting hood with it, Kayla, you get my official 3 Snaps Award. Oh snap! Yeah,
I agree with that one. I agree with that one.
Yeah, and especially when she all throughout the week she just kept lunging at her. Like she was just like, "Bitch, you trying me? Like I'm ready. I'm ready to get you." I loved it. All right, so now it's time for there you go. Oh, they go with your outfit.
They match your outfit. They're red.
I like that. It's now time for one last time.
Very clear.
Look who's related. James Lott Jr.
It's like there's
There's no glass in them.
It's super awkward.
I
totally thought there was glass. I'm like, wow, these are like
It's so clear.
I Windexed them right
Wish my
before.
own vision
If
was
you
this
want
clear.
old man glasses, then you can have it.
Oh boy.
Oh man, these are styling.
Not bad, right?
All right. So
James
James,
Lott Jr.
one last time, can we get your official? Look who's related.
This one's all about me.
And how you're related to who?
Me. We were playing on Ancestry.com.
No, this Look Who's Related is about me, but not about me. It's about those were the days and Look Who's Related, because Look Who's Related was born out of Those Were the Days, was something that Tony had started on the show during the Days' 50th anniversary last year. So here's just a little quick timeline. It's really funny. I did some research. I did more research than I did actually watching the show this week. So Thursday, February 19th of last year, I got a phone call saying, James, can you come on the show and guest host this Sunday? I had never been a host before. I did not know what that meant. And I came on February 22nd, 2015. That was my first appearance on any AfterBuzz show. This was before it was called Dishin Days. It was just Days of Our Lives after show. And then I came on once a month for a while there. And then I debuted one of my visits on April 26th. I debuted my first Those Were the Days. You gave it to me. And it was all about Eve and JJ. Because I said how I correlated was through Nick Corelli, which was an old character, and the original Eve, and how Eve's former pimp was killed by JJ's grandmother, Jo Johnson. That was my whole thing about that. I did my research on that one. And then on Sunday, July 11th visit, I debuted my first Look Who's Related. And it was Nicole Walker and Abe Carver. And their relation was Brandon Walker. And I did that. And I actually did an update on that recently. And then on Sunday, July 26th was my first full-time episode on Dishin Days. And Michael Cardell, who played Kyle, was our guest.
Oh, was that your first official day?
Yes.
Really?
July 26, 2015. And Tony and I wore matching blue polo shirts and didn't realize it. You wore that one, and I wore this one. And we didn't realize we had done that. And we were like, oh my God, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then we did Those Were the Days until about the anniversary, I think November 8th. I did them online. We did them on our Facebook page. And then Look Who's Related has continued on. So since I've been the historian for the show, thank you very much, and it's been a lot of fun.
Well, for one last time, that has been James Lott Jr.'s Look Who's Related.
Maybe not the last time.
He said the last time.
I keep saying maybe not the last.
He's
For
done.
the last time.
He's done. He's done with me. He's done.
And now it's time for Mark's Quote of the Week.
Well, my quote of the week is, it is, I guess, a quote of the week, but it's more a moment of the week. And I think I had to videotape my TV, so I apologize about the quality. But this just, I couldn't stop laughing at this. So if you'll play my moment of the week. Alexis.
Hi, it's Mom.
I don't know why I could not stop laughing. It's Mom. So that's short and sweet. Martha Madison gets Belle gets my quote of the week. For that, she's probably was like, "What? Are you kidding?" I don't know. I could not stop laughing. I just thought it was so funny. I was like, "I got to record this. That's going to be my moment of the week, quote of the week." But,
and that has been Mark's Quote of the Week. And now, Mark, will you let us know who the fan of the week is?
Fan of the week, we have to give it to Sarah Miller.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, how can we not? Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you,
Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
I'm not taking all this home, so
I'm grabbing mine already.
I am.
Yeah, I'm grabbing mine.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to take some of your phone calls. When you do call in, let us know your name, where you're calling from. Try to keep it brief because we're going to get through as many phone calls as we can before we get to the GH report. So if we can take our first caller now.
You got it.
Do we have one?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
All right, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You are on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Cheryl from South Carolina.
Hey, Cheryl.
Go on, girl.
Hi there. Do you have a question or comment for James, who plays Joe?
I have a quick comment for James Lastovic.
Yes.
I like the dynamic between James, or Joey, and Steve when Steve was giving him the Triumph motorcycle.
Ooh.
I thought that was the greatest scene since you started on the show.
Oh, I saw that question in the chat room. I didn't know what Triumph was. I gave him a Triumph.
I'm sorry?
I said I saw your question in the chat room. I just didn't know what a Triumph was. Sorry.
Yeah, I was pretty
Motorcycle.
excited about that too. That was genuine excitement.
Oh, really?
Until I found out I couldn't actually ride it. Then it
I
was
was
just
disappointed
sadness.
that they had Joey go get drunk, but then I was excited that they had him do the sensible thing and call his dad to pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, setting a good example. I feel you.
Yeah.
There you are.
Thank you.
You're doing a
Awesome.
great job, James. We absolutely love you.
Thanks so much. I
talk all
really
the
appreciate
time in
it.
my group, and we love you.
Thank you. Wow, that means a lot. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you.
I can't wait to see what lies ahead for Joey and Jade.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
And speaking of Jade, she's still in the chat room.
I tweeted out if you'll ask a question, I'll pick 3.
Yeah.
And one of my questions was actually from Paige. She asked me to read it to you.
What's up, Paige?
What were your first thoughts when you met your co-star,
Before
Paige?
our guest continues, let's have our I'm going to let go of our wonderful
Yes,
caller.
thank you, Cheryl, for
Thanks,
calling
Cheryl.
in.
Thanks, Cheryl.
I wanted to say goodbye to James Lott. We love you. We're going to miss you.
Thank you, Cheryl. You're a longtime supporter. Thank you very much.
I'll still be on GH Report. You watch for me.
All right. All right.
All right, thank you, Cheryl. All right, go ahead with the Twitter question. Did you
Oh,
say
it was just what you thought. What were your first impressions of your new co-star, Paige, when you met her?
Ooh, my first impression. Well, I met Paige the first time during a reading.
Okay.
Yeah, we did sort of like a chemistry read together. And I don't know, she was all right. No, she was really, really good. I mean, that's why she got the part, you know. But I think she was so good that like there was like just nothing had to be said after, you know. The Marnie was in the room, the producers were in the room, everyone was in there, and it was funny because she was like so nervous while we were like outside, like, you know, kind of practicing it, like reading it. And then I don't know what she did in the 10 minutes like between then, but she comes in the room just like full of like fire and confidence.
Wow.
Kills the scene and then just leaves, and we're all just like, what? Like nothing really had to be said. We're just like, all right, well, there's
great.
Jade. Yeah,
There we have it.
she was cool.
How many people do you do a chemistry read with for a certain role? Like, were there multiple people who read for that same part with you?
Yeah, so there was Paige, and then I think there were like 3 or 4 other girls. Yeah.
Oh, well, shout out to those 3 or 4 other girls that didn't get it.
Yeah, they were all
There's
good.
always next year.
They were
There's
all,
always next year.
They're all
Listen,
really good.
If you were
Yeah.
good, Marnie remembers you.
Yeah.
So do we have another caller, Alexis? Yep, there we go. Hello, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You are on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Deidre from South Carolina.
What's your name?
Deidre.
Deidre. Hello.
Deidre.
Hey, Deidre.
Hey.
Hey,
This
Deidre,
is
can you do me?
James' last day. I just wanted to say I'm going to miss him.
From where?
I'll say it again. I'm sorry.
It's your last day. She's going to miss you.
Oh, Deidre, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys have been so supportive this whole week. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it was for me.
That,
Sorry, Jake.
That's okay.
We have another caller on the line.
We'll take that one. All right, welcome. You are on live on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Jacob from Amarillo, Texas.
Hello, Jacob. How are you?
Jacob, hey.
Hey, Jacob.
How are you guys?
Great.
Great.
I wanted to ask James a real quick question about Joey.
What's up?
What was your first job in acting, or is this your first job in acting?
Great question.
Yeah.
My first job in acting was in. What was
We can't answer
my
that
my
question.
first job in acting was a movie, a very amazing movie called A Ponytail. I shot it when I was like 17 or 18. I was still living in San Diego, still going to high school. The film was shot in 2 days.
The whole movie?
Yeah, the whole movie was shot in 2 days.
It was one continuous shot.
Yeah, it kind of was. It was like, I don't know. Yeah.
Ponytail.
A ponytail. That was my first.
That sounds crazy. That sounds like some college students filmed it for a video project or something.
Yeah, it's like a joke or something. Yeah, I know, but
That's crazy. That's crazy. I just wanted to say you're doing a really great job as Joey. Since your first big acting role, you're doing a real great job.
thanks a lot, dude. I really appreciate that.
Awesome.
And I just like to say that we're going to miss you, James, on DISHIN Days. Continue watching your GH Report.
Thank you, Jacob. You've been a great supporter also online and everything. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Aww.
Thanks, we'll miss you. And Tony, Mark, you're doing a great job. And welcome, Magic, to DISHIN Days.
Thank you very much, Jacob.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, Jacob. And can keep watching us and supporting us.
I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys are doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you,
See you, Jacob.
Thanks.
All right, we'll take one more phone call before we have to go.
Yes,
Hello.
and before we continue, make sure that
Hi.
anybody who's calling in, that make sure you turn down whatever you're listening to, so your laptop or your radio or anything like that, because you can hear a replay.
Hello?
Roger that.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, Tony. This is Monty. Remember me from LA? I was the winner of LA.
What's your name again?
Monty? Remember me from just when I won the prize in LA?
Marnie. What's your last name? Lonnie.
Monty.
Yeah, remember I won the prize and you asked me what the question is about who walked into Brady Plum? Remember that? That was me.
In his defense, he sends a lot of prizes out.
What did you win?
What's the prize?
Which prize did you win?
Which prize did you win?
The one who won from the one with Guy Wilson and Christopher Sean.
Oh, you won. Wait, you won tickets to
the one in LA.
One in L.A.
Oh, the
Long
event in
Beach.
L.A.
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Oh, Long Beach.
event.
Oh,
my God.
yes,
That's
yes,
a-
yes.
Hi,
Oh, my
Tony.
God. Hi. How are you?
James.
No, that's a long time. That's a long time ago.
Wherever you're going.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah,
Thank
That
you.
was
you.
the night Billy followed me on Twitter.
Oh, my God.
That's a while back, girl. We're like, we're getting old. We have to
Oh,
think
my
about that
goodness.
one. Now you said, oh, yes.
Because I'm sitting here looking at a stack of prizes that need to be mailed out, and I'm like, ooh, is that you in here? Do you have a question or comment for James?
Yeah. This is for James. How do you feel about working with Jade when on Days?
I've really enjoyed working with Jade so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of there's some exciting storyline to come. She's really cool and easy actress to work with. Very cool person, and yeah, I really like it.
No plans to smother her?
Not yet.
I hope not.
Not yet.
I hope
She
not.
gets
Not that
testy.
I've heard of.
It's testy. At least she knows what she's getting herself into.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, and I'm glad you had a great time at the event in Long Beach.
Yeah, but I wasn't able to go. So I had to go to give it to someone else. But I wish I could go to the next one.
Well, keep a lookout because we're going to have a lot of giveaways for different events that are coming up. So make sure you
Okay, it
follow
was
us.
good to talk to all of you.
Good to
And
talk to
James,
you.
good
Thank
luck
you.
on where you're going next.
Thank you. Thank
Gonna
you.
miss you on DISHIN Days.
Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck.
Bye.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
All right. So, and that's it. That's all the time that we have. I wish that we had more time, but we don't.
They really do fly by, don't they?
It goes by so quickly.
It goes
Goes
by
by
so
fast.
quickly.
But really quick, before we leave, and I feel like he called in, we do have the winner of Teo's book, Places. You guys got us to 3,000 likes on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so we are giving away an autographed copy, and that winner is Jacob Marquez. You are the winner.
Oh, he called
of the
in.
book.
Yeah, he called in.
Like I felt like that was him, and I
Yeah.
wanted to say, FYI, you won.
Totally.
Yeah.
Jacob, go on.
Oh, hey, just okay, got it.
He called in. He called in.
So congratulations. Make sure you send us a message, or you can email us now at dishindays@gmail.com with your address, and we'll make sure we get that out to you. So yeah, there's that. Well, that has been our wonderful show. I want to especially thank James for coming in and
Thanks
spending
for having
your
me, guys.
Sunday
It's been a
afternoon
pleasure.
with us. I know
Thanks a lot.
it's been a long time
Matthew.
in the making.
Yes, you got it.
You got it.
But
It only took the entire episode.
I know. Matthew.
Matthew.
Got it.
well, hopefully you'll come back in and join us again for another
Yeah.
DISHIN Days.
Maybe you can come with
Please
Paige.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
That'd be fun.
That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be
Before we head out, I also want to thank James Lott Jr.
Thank you.
For
Thank you,
all of that he's done for DISHIN Days.
Thank you.
We're going to miss you. Well, Mark's going to miss you.
I don't even know you, and I'm going.
We'll still pass in the hall as we swap out shows.
We will miss you, and you've done a lot for this show. And I, speaking for me, appreciate everything that you've done for this show. And I'm still mad that you are leaving.
I know.
And if I could call the job that you have now, I would tell him he is not available. He already has a job.
The rest of my coin. Yes, I know, I get it.
But before we go, Mark, let the kind folks know where they can find you and your hair.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE, and my hair, Living for the Hair.
Oh, okay.
You always pause like I should say more. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say.
James, so that people can continue to keep up with you since you won't be on DISHIN Days no more.
Actually, I'm going to forego telling you where I'm at. I'm just going to say thank you to Peter Ramos for getting me on the show. I want to thank Alexis Torres, who was my first engineer.
Hey.
I want to thank AfterBuzz TV for letting me stay on this network. I want to thank all the guests who've ever been on here, like James, who've been really kind to me since I've been on the show. I want to thank the OGs, Mark J. Freeman and Tony Moore.
She wrote a thank you speech.
I did. I wrote a speech because
I know this is coming.
Because I entered a second career at my late age in life because of them letting me be on the show and becoming a host. So thank you very much. And I want to thank all of you out there. You fans have been so wonderful and great to me this whole week and the whole time. And Sarah Miller, of course, especially sending them. But all the messages, all the tweets and everything, it's just been overwhelming and heartwarming to me. And I really appreciate it very much.
Mark, can you do me a favor? Can you hand that little statue there to James?
Sure.
I just I feel like
And
little
the
statue.
award goes to
I feel like you should
James
have
Lott
been holding
Jr.
that for that.
I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you
very much. I really, it's very bittersweet.
But where can they find you on social media?
Black Hope LA on Twitter and James Lott Jr. everywhere else.
Go ahead, Matthew.
And I am Matthew Evan Payne, and you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Matthew Evan, and you can find me on Instagram at Payne Matt.
And be nice to him.
And be nice to
he'll be
me.
in this seat. So
Yes.
be nice to him or I'll get you.
I can't make
Thank
any
you.
promises, but
Oh boy. And James, I know that you are active on social media. Where can the fans find you and follow you?
You can find me on both Twitter and Instagram as James Lastovic. That's LASTOVIC.
With a T in it. It's a T in it.
With a T, Tony.
With a T,
There's a
Tony.
T. There is a T. I did say the T.
Where can they find you, Tony?
Well, I'm still in this moment of the thank you speech that came about. I loved every minute of it. I'm just still in that moment. But
Shady Sunday.
in the moment.
You can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll give you another full recap next Sunday right here on AfterBuzz DISHIN Days. I was thrown off because Mark...
Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.